Hello and thanks for watching. I'm Josh Overholser. This week at Otterbein, the Cardinal community has new royalty.
Cody Parsons. Congratulations, Cody. And this year's homecoming queen is Kayla Johnson. Congratulations, Liz.
We'd like to extend our congratulations to Cody Parsons and to our very own Kayla Johnson. We'll recap the homecoming football game later on in the show. Also with homecoming, the communication department hosted the first ever homecoming department showcase on Friday. Alumni from the department paid a visit to 33 College View and offered words of wisdom to current students. For many of them, it was the first time seeing the new facilities. I sat down to chat with several of the former students about their time here at Otterbein. Here's a quick preview of the Alumni show, which will air in its entirety soon, right here on Otterbein TV. Take a look. Hello, I'm Josh Overholser here at the first communication showcase for homecoming weekend, and we are here with two Otterbein graduates, Scott Feiss and Amanda Lee. And first off, guys, just tell us a little bit about why you guys chose Otterbein to go to school.
I'm still wondering why. No, I'm kidding. I'm absolutely kidding. That's terrible. I grew up right here in Westerville, the quiet, peaceful city, so to speak. And I went to Westerville North High School. And while I was at Westerville North, I had a phenomenal opportunity to actually come over here to WOCC when I was a sophomore in high school. And I just liked it. And then I did it again when I was a junior, and then again when I was a senior. So it just made sense. It was this easy transition from high school to college because I'd already spent time here. It was great.
That's awesome. I grew up in a very small town in a very small high school, so I wanted a small college where I could kind of still feel like I was at home all the time, and I felt like Otterbein was the best fit for me of all the colleges that I looked at. I felt really at home when I came for my visit.
And tell us a little bit about your career field, where you guys are today, how you got there, and how Otterbein maybe helped prepare you to get to where you are.
Absolutely. WOCC is like, this is totally, when we talk about homecoming, this is homecoming because this is where I got my start as a sophomore in high school, right here on a set just like this. And today I'm a television reporter in Orlando, Florida, as well as Tampa. One guy, two stations owned by the same company. It's the new economy, we like to say. And it's fantastic. I go around Florida doing fun-filled feature stories that show the warmer, positive side of life. So stories where families are having a good time together, somebody that you might remember, things that make an impact.
That's awesome. I work for the Ohio Department of Transportation. I'm a public information officer. So my duties are internal, external publications, plus dealing with the media. So Otterbein taught me how to sit on this side of the camera. So now I am doing a little bit of that with the media, but I also know what they want because I did the other side too, the reporting side, trying to figure out what's going on. So they're always coming to me now and asking the questions, so it's my job to answer them. And it's a lot of fun. I think here at Otterbein I learned about PR. I wrote press releases and wrote papers all the time. So I learned a lot about writing, and that's a lot of what I do. I write press releases, I'm doing emails, I'm updating our website, I'm responding to emails all day long. So this was a great, great foundation for what I'm doing.
And you guys are here for homecoming, getting a chance to meet with some other communication alumni. And so what are some favorite memories that you guys have from your calm days here at Otterbein and also homecoming memories?
I remember I felt like it was such a big deal that we had arrived that I was able to walk in the homecoming parade one year. And it was so much fun just walking down State Street because growing up in Westerville, you always drove down State Street. And here we got to just take our time and walk right down the middle of State Street. So I remember that from homecoming, thinking that was a lot of fun, as well as favorite memories putting together the Tannin Cardinal newspaper with homecoming photos, deciding this is important. Sure, the football game is always the centerpiece, but then there's the art side of it, there's the music side of it, and doing basically a collage of all these photos that represented what homecoming was back in 1998.
My favorite memories would probably be getting together for the parade. Like once we got the WOCC van, we got to take that, and we decorated it one year with streamers and balloons, and somebody hung out the back while we drove through. So that was probably my favorite homecoming memory.
All right, well, guys, we appreciate you coming down into our first ever communication showcase here for homecoming.
Absolutely.
Once again, Scott Feiss, Amanda Lee, thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Again, the full show with all alumni interviews will be available soon right here on Otterbein TV. Well, the Golden Bear was in Westerville Wednesday to show his support for Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney. The stop in Westerville marked Romney's second visit to town this year. Supporters packed the gymnasium of Westerville South High School as dozens more watched the former Massachusetts governor from monitors in an overflow room. After speeches from Mayor Cucuzzi, Representative Ann Gonzalez, Congressman T. Berry, Senator Portman, and Governor Kasich, local golf hero Jack Nicklaus took to the podium to introduce Romney. Romney criticized President Obama on his handling of the economy, unemployment, the national debt, and health care before laying out his 5-point plan for economic growth. Romney wrapped up his 3-day visit to the Buckeye State with a stop in Toledo later Wednesday evening. Well, if you love Otterbein sports like I do, you may want to check out the library basement sometime soon. Kayla Johnson explains why.
During homecoming week, the Tannin Cardinal held an alumni sports photography showcase to spotlight the work of 3 past photographers of the TNC.
So we're all here today. 3 of us, alumni, Tannin Cardinals, had to come back. So we did our big show today. We each picked 4 of our favorite sports photography photos, got it together. We had a great advisor while we were at Otterbein, and she helped us coordinate it. It was her idea to get this thing going, and we picked out our best photos and found a place to display them at Otterbein. I think it's a good spot. Everybody will see it. I mean, who isn't in the library?
The alumni were enthusiastic about being able to see their work at Otterbein once again.
Being able to come back to Otterbein and share my work is it's very fulfilling. It's very fun to be able to kind of get that recognition that all the work that we've done in the last couple of years, the work that we did while we were here. It's hard to explain. It's fun. I don't know. It's interesting. Very interesting.
It makes me want to go back to school, and it's just great to have my stuff up again and for people to see it and to get my name out there again.
The trio have been working closely with Dr. Hillary Warren to coordinate this event.
Well, I think these students are particularly special to me because these students have really sort of elevated what the TNC has been doing with photography. All of these students have won awards for what they've done with the Tannin Cardinal, and sometimes I don't even know that the campus really appreciates the amazing work that shows up in the TNC every week, so I thought this was a good chance to recognize that.
The photographs will be up for the entirety of the semester. For This Week at Otterbein, this is Kayla Johnson reporting.
Thanks, Kayla. Well, wouldn't it be nice if you could connect all your web services to make the internet truly work for you? Danny Lebsock shows us how we can do just that with this week's Tech Bite.
Danny Lebsock here with your Tech Bite. So far we've covered Evernote, Dropbox, and Gmail. Today I'm going to show you a way to seamlessly integrate all of them and make them work for you. If This Then That is a website that connects most all of your online accounts to make them work for you. Once you create an account, go to the Channels tab and add some channels, which are just other sites you want to use. Once you've got some channels, try browsing through some of the recipes from the community, or try your hand at making a few of your own. A few of the things you can make it do include saving photos from Instagram into Dropbox, remind you to bring an umbrella if it's going to rain, save your check-ins from Foursquare into Evernote, automatically reply to tweets or when you have new followers on Twitter, and save photos you're tagged in on Facebook to your Dropbox or Google Drive. This is just scratching the surface of what If This Then That can do. That was If This Then That. For more information, go to IFTT.com. I'm Danny Lebsock, and that was your Tech Bite.
All right, thanks, Danny. Great advice as always. Well, living with type 1 diabetes is certainly no walk in the park, and it affects people right here in Central Ohio. One of those people is 11-year-old Tori Kendall. Otterbein TV's Dan Combs has her story.
Tori is an 11-year-old girl who likes to ride horses. She was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when she was 4, and every year she participates in JDRF's Walk for a Cure. Today, though, her passion is for her horse, Zippy.
I just like being able to work with another animal. In most sports, you're just working against another person. I like being able to work with someone. In a team, you're together, but you're not like as together as I am with Zippy. So I like being able to kind of go through everything with him.
Tori is one of thousands of young people affected by type 1 diabetes. JDRF is looking for a cure. By walking in JDRF's Walk to Cure Diabetes on September 30th, you too can help make a difference. For those that do walk, Tori would like to say thank you.
Thank you so much. It's incredible to get so many people walking to cure for diabetes. I really appreciate it.
If you'd like to help people like Tori, Otterbein has put together a walk team called Cards for the Cure that will be taking part in the walk to cure diabetes this Sunday at Ohio Stadium. Cards for the Cure will have a lunch table out with more information in the campus center tomorrow. You can also feel free to join the team by visiting jdrf.org/MidOhio. Well, we are on week 5 here at Otterbein, and that means midterms are in the very near future. With midterms often comes stress. Kayla Johnson and Blythe Malone caught up with students in the campus center to see what stress relief tips students had. Take a look.
That's funny. Hi everybody, my name is Kayla Johnson and this is
Blythe Malone.
And today we are in the CC talking to people. And we're asking them, how do they relieve stress? Are you stressed?
I mean, it's week 5. I'm kind of feeling it.
I am too. I found out I have a midterm next week.
Ugh.
Freaking out a little bit about that. But that's okay. So we're getting advice on how we can relieve stress here at Otterbein.
How do you relieve stress?
How do you relieve stress during the stressful school week?
Listen to music.
Play music. Play music.
Oh man, I'm really stressed right now too. I like laughing. If I laugh,
Definitely
I'm
laughing.
good. Yeah.
Finding a fake mustache and putting it on and making other
From
people laugh.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
How do you relieve stress?
Play lacrosse.
Play lacrosse.
Play lacrosse.
There you go.
You come over. You come over and tell me what to do. No.
End of the day, I usually watch an episode of Reba just to make myself laugh.
Oh, perfect. How do you relieve stress?
How do I relieve stress?
Yeah.
Relieve stress by going to the gym, working out, and just getting a good sweat on.
I go work out a lot.
I go to the gym a lot.
How do you relieve stress?
I don't stress. I never stress.
I usually don't really get too stressed.
I don't know, I guess just do what you love, find your friends and hang out with them, and just find a way that you enjoy doing something that you don't think about what you're stressed out about, I guess.
Yeah, honestly, I just find non-academic stuff to do, so like hanging out with friends and reading and anything that stays away from schoolwork.
Taking naps.
Take your time. Do you read, listen to music?
Oh, how do I relieve stress? I thought you said, how do I really stress?
Oh, no.
I was like,
I run around and do jumping jacks when I start freaking out about stressors. And so I'll be like doing homework and then I'll freak out and then I'll just run in circles and then all better.
I listen to music and calm down. A lot of like smooth, like soothing music, and then maybe watch a movie or read a book.
That's this week's episode of KB Tag Team. I'm Blythe Malone, and this is the lovely
Kayla Johnson, and we are tagging out.
Thanks, ladies. Well, still to come on This Week at Otterbein, we recap the homecoming football game and get you set for this week's matchup against Bolden Wallace. Stay tuned.
1 in 3 older Americans will fall at home, risking a potentially lethal hip fracture. For information on making your home safer, visit orthoinfo.org. A message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
This is not a race. On the road to financial independence, the winners are the ones who stay the course. Learn more about securing your financial future and choose to save. It will pay off in the long run.
The American Legion, we're a powerful force for the nation. We work relentlessly within our 4 pillars of service, and we succeed. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Find time to talk to your parents about getting older.
We can do it the day after I die, okay? I'm busy.
No matter who you are, it's not easy talking about aging. For help, go to voa.org/talk. A message from Volunteers of America.
My husband, Hank, he taught me to live like there's no tomorrow, and we did it all. European vacations, expensive cars, the best restaurants. Life was great till he died. Now there are no tomorrows for Hank, but they're all I've got, because we never saved a dime.
Well, this past Saturday, the Cardinal football team looked to stay undefeated in front of a packed homecoming crowd. They took on the Blue Streaks of John Carroll in their second OAC matchup of the season. Here's Aaron Reinhardt to recap the game.
Kincaid and the Otterbein Cardinals look to go 3-0 for the first time since 2009. But first, they had to take on the Blue Streaks of John Carroll this past homecoming weekend, and things didn't start out so well. John Carroll's Sean Kusnick took it in from 18 yards out, putting the Blue Streaks on the board first at 7-0. The Cardinals would respond later in the first when Kincaid ran it in from 5 yards to make it 7 apiece. Then, in the second quarter, Kincaid took it again, this time a 13-yard run, giving the Cardinals the 14-7 advantage at the half. The Cardinals played hard and eventually put it out of reach with this touchdown pass. Here's alum Brent Ford with the call.
Kincaid dropping back. He'll throw across the middle. Has a wide receiver in Carpenter. He's got green space as far as the eye can see. Touchdown, Otterbein. Stephen Carpenter puts another one on the board for the Tannin Cardinal.
That was Carpenter from 69 yards out. He had 5 catches for 129 yards, and you know Cardi's happy. Kincaid finished 15 for 24 and 129 yards, and they got the victory 21-7 in front of a great homecoming crowd at Memorial Stadium. For This Week at Otterbein, I'm Aaron Reinhardt.
The Cardinals will travel to Berea, Ohio to take on the nationally ranked Baldwin-Wallace Yellow Jackets this Saturday. If you're not traveling to the game, you can listen to the radio home of Otterbein football, 97.5 WOBN The Wild Card. Kickoff is at 1:30 and the pregame show starts at 1 o'clock. We also extend our congratulations to Otterbein volleyball coach Monica McDonald as she surpassed the 100 career win mark of her coaching career this week. As always, for more information on Otterbein athletics, be sure to check out the Cardinal Nation page on our website at otterbein.tv. Well, that's all the time we have for our show. On behalf of the entire crew, I'm Josh Overholser, reminding you to make this week at Otterbein a great week at Otterbein. Thanks for watching.